Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Let's start this video off with a recent update from the mutant Nick Walker. And I honestly believe that Nick only posts these midsection checks for the haters. Even though Nick has had a crazy amount of success and he's only been a pro for about 2 or 3 years, there's still a decent amount of people that really dislike his physique. They don't like the varicose veins. They say he has a bubble gut. They also complain about Nick having acne on his back and hamstrings. But I'm sorry to tell the haters, regardless how any of us feel about Nick Walker's physique, he is the third best bodybuilder on the planet. And Nick Walker said the plan for this offseason is to stay relatively lean, but also make improvements in the chest, quads, and back area while keeping his waist in check. And I think that is a great game plan because that is exactly what Big Steve said Nick Walker has to do if he wants to stay in the mix. And by me hearing that Nick wants to stay relatively lean this offseason, I would assume that maybe we're not going to see a 300-pound Nick Walker in the offseason. Maybe he sticks around 280, 290 and really focuses on refining. Because once again, Hadi Chupin is the current Mr. Olympia. Nick Walker is already bigger than Hadi. Everyone is going to be playing the conditioning game at the 2023 Mr. Olympia. And switching over to Akim Williams, we have a recent update from him. And some people are already starting to speculate that Akim is probably going to hop into the Arnold Classic. Now, going back to the 2022 Mr. Olympia, unfortunately, Akim Williams did not place. For a very long time, everyone has been saying Akim has Mr. Olympia potential, but just personally nothing against Akim. His showing at this past year's Olympia was probably one of the worst of his career. And unfortunately, the sun might be setting on Akim Williams. Now, I'm not saying he still can't dominate, but going into these shows, I don't think people are going to predict him to place high just because Akim has came in off so many times. And Akim was in a car wreck last year, and that definitely could have affected his look going into the Olympia. But hopefully we get to see better versions of Akim Williams in the future. Now, switching over to Rafael Brandão, the 10th best bodybuilder on the planet. This guy's looking massive right now. And I guess it's safe to assume that Rafa isn't going to do the Arnold Classic. And I'm really happy that they placed Rafa in 10th, even though he isn't the most dense guy. Right after Rafa, we had Ian Valliere, Michael Krizo, Patrick Johnson. All of those guys are arguably more dense bodybuilders than Rafa Brandão, but they don't possess the shape, the structure, the conditioning. Well, maybe Krizo outside of the conditioning, but I'm really happy that Rafa finished in that top 10 and looking forward to seeing him compete this season. And switching over to Hassan Mostafa, he posted this up recently. I can't confirm if it is recent, but we're going to assume it is. And let me know in the comment section below, if Hassan competed at the 2022 Mr. Olympia and he was in shape, where do you guys see him placing? I could have seen Hassan battling it out with Charles Griffin, Patrick Johnson, maybe even getting compared to Michael Krizo and Ian Valliere if he was in shape. But unfortunately, Hassan did pull out of the Olympia due to some health concerns. And I heard he also isn't working with Coach AJ Sims anymore. Not any bad blood between the two, but AJ is no longer working with Open Pros. But I am looking forward to seeing Hassan compete this season. This guy is an absolute freak. Now, switching over to Yunlong, he recently posted up this picture and said in the caption, "Go open." So I'm not sure if this confirms that Ping is moving up to open or if he's still thinking about it. But personally, I think he should. Taking a look at his physique, this guy has to be right at the weight cap or at least very, very close. And the area that Ping needs to improve the most is his back. And I'm not sure how much he can improve that while competing in a division with the weight cap. He also has narrow clavicles, but that's genetic. Not much he can do about that. But if he's able to stack on a lot of muscle on the chest and the delts, somewhat similar to Phil Heath, he will look like an absolute freak. Now, switching over to classic physique, we have a recent update from the Texas Oak, Logan Franklin. And it really sucks we did not get to see Logan at the 2022 Mr. Olympia, one of the best posers in the sport. It was rumored that Logan was sick leading up into the show and may have even passed out. However, Logan did post his feelings on the situation over on his Instagram. I'm not sure if he actually broke down what happened, but the way he's looking right now, hopefully Logan Franklin decides to jump into the Arnold Classic. A lot of people don't talk about this guy, but Logan is pretty good. If he was at the 2022 Mr. Olympia, I wouldn't be surprised if he got into that top 6. But I really like his physique. I'm a big fan of posers. And in the next update of the day, we have a recent update from Deiu as he continues his transition from men's physique to classic physique. And I believe him and Conron Holden definitely have their hands full moving up to classic. As we just seen at the 2022 Mr. Olympia, classic had about 60 amazing athletes. Dankovia Anderson, a guy that has one of the best structures in the lineup, did not even place. But Andre is coached by Honey Rambod, and as we've seen with Derek Lunsford and Chris Bumstead, Honey can definitely work some magic. Now switching over to Brandon Hendrickson, former 3-time Olympia champion in the men's physique division. I know a lot of you guys don't really follow this division, but you have to admit, this guy has a crazy back. But Brandon has won the Olympia title and lost it before. Now that he's lost it again, can he come back to win it again? And let's end this video here with the archive of the day. You guys let me know in the comment section below which legendary bodybuilder is this. As always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.